TeraBrites, and if you're new, this isn't our typical video. We do lots of covers and stuff, so check out our other videos. Today we are doing an unboxing of the last puzzle piece to our new recording setup. A lot of you guys may have already seen it, but we have a full studio tour on the channel. Go check it out. We'll leave it in the card and the description, as well as our unboxing of our new amazing computer that we put up on our gaming channel, so we'll also link to that. But today we're opening the last puzzle piece to our new computer setup, and that is new studio monitors. Atom Audio A7X Studio Monitors, which is basically computer speakers made for mixing. We've been using KRK's, Red Limited Edition KRKs, since like the beginning of TeraBrite, and they're kind of the bottom of the barrel, but we are massively upgrading with these A7Xs, and I'm so excited to try them out.
So we get a lot of people asking us what we use to record and stuff. That's why we did the studio tour. That's why we showed you guys our computer. And we're gonna show you guys these studio monitors today as well. Make sure to smash that like button if you want more videos like this, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there that want stuff like this. So let us know in the comments and with likes, and just like it anyways, because YouTube is, let's just be honest, YouTube is really difficult these days, and the likes matter. So today we're unboxing and doing a review of the Atom Audio A7X Studio Monitors. No, that's not Avenged Sevenfold, and it's not to be confused with the A7S, which is what we're using to record this video. These are studio monitors, and no, they're not monitors where you see things. They're called monitors because they're made to accurately reproduce the audio going through them, and as a result, these are really expensive. If you want a good pair of studio monitors like these, you're gonna have to pay $750 each. You have to buy them separately. So that's about, what, $1,500? So they're not cheap, but you get what you pay for. But in this particular case, we actually reached out to Atom Audio and said, hey, we know how awesome your speakers are because some of the producers I look up to, like Glenn Fricker, Joey Sturgis, Fluff, probably Joel Wanasek, they all use Atom Audio A7X studio monitors. And to me, if that many people are using these speakers, they must be special. So I sent them an email and basically said, hey, if you send us a pair of A7X studio monitors for review, we will gladly review it on our channel for all of our viewers to see. And they absolutely love the idea. But here's the kicker. In the email, this is what they said. And I quote, "There are no strings attached regarding the quality or outcome of the review." That sounds like someone that's pretty confident in their product. And that also means if something goes wrong, if there's something I don't like about it, I'm gonna tell you because there's no strings attached. I can do whatever I want. It's a pretty brave thing for you to say there, Atom Audio. So let's get right into this and let's do an unbiased review of these things and see if we like them. So we got a lot of flack in our last unboxing video for using scissors to cut the tape. We upgraded our unboxing tools, so let's get right into this. The box inside a box. Ooh. So it looks like delivery was a little harsh on this one. So hopefully we have working speakers and hopefully there's nothing wrong with them, but I'm sure they're fine. There's your user manual. We're not gonna be needing that. Power cable, foam. It's a nice little blanket there.
What about the speaker?
Oh, this is nice too.
Holy.
Look at that!
That's beautiful.
Would you look at that? So as you can see, we hooked up the Atom Audio A7X Studio Monitors to our new computer. The interface we're running it through is the Army Fireface UFX Plus. Let's see how this sounds. But one thing to note before we get into this is these speakers are straight from the factory and they're not broken in at all. A lot of studio engineers and people that own studio monitors like these would tell you that you need to break in your speakers first to get the optimal quality from them. And basically breaking in speakers is just a matter of listening to music. You can listen to your favorite music pretty loud, or you can play pink noise through it. That's what some people recommend. But the thing is, it's actually up for debate on the internet whether or not you really do need to break in your speakers. Some people think it's a myth and you don't need to do it at all. Some people think there's a fine line between breaking in your speakers and breaking your speakers. So I don't know, there's like a lot of information, a lot of misinformation. You never know what to believe. Personally, I find it hard to believe I'll find any difference between now and a year from now when the speakers are definitely broken in. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I find it hard to believe they're gonna sound that much different, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into this and listen to this. You can see our reaction, which by the way, that's all you're really gonna get out of this is a reaction from us. We can't really reproduce what the speakers sound like with a microphone. So ideally what you're gonna see right now is what KRK users for the past like 10 years are gonna think about these new awesome speakers. And just for the record, on the back of the speakers is a high shelf, a low shelf, and a tweeter level. We're gonna leave that at the factory default, just right down the center for now. We'll probably end up changing that down the line, but our first reaction is gonna be just the factory default right down the center. So let's see what we think about these things. Let's turn them on. By the way, that's a level right there, and then we got the on button. So we're gonna leave that at 0 for now. I'm gonna slowly turn it up. I don't know how loud these are gonna get. So we're gonna go ahead and play our cover of Ariana Grande, No Tears Left to Cry. It's our last cover we released. We mixed this thing in one night, but it was just like hours. Like we stayed up all night working on it. So it's pretty fresh. Like we know what it sounds like with our KRK speakers at least. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what they sound like with these speakers. I'm just gonna put them up to 0 dB. I hope it's not too loud. Here we go, ready for this?
Turn it up, yeah, we turning it up. Ain't got no tears in my body, I ran out the...
Alright, so first impression, right off the bat, I could tell that these are more expensive speakers. I could tell that these speakers are showing things that I didn't hear before that I probably would have changed in the mix if I had these speakers. I'm kind of regretting some mix decisions I made with the KRKs right now. I gotta say though, I'm more impressed with the snare than I've ever been in my life. Like, there's frequencies in that snare drum that I've never heard before. And I'm like, wow, that's a pretty good sounding snare.
All right, so I'm really curious what our Say Amen cover sounds like because we had Sean Christmas mix this and we got it back. We thought it sounded really beefy. This is probably gonna sound a lot more beefier than the last one that we just listened to. Oh. Holy moles!
I'm traveling paths that I can barely understand. I'm waiting for somebody else to get me. There's nothing else there for me.
That's loud.
All the people I know are who they used to be. And if I try to change my life one more day, there would be nobody else to say.
This sounds so good.
And I can't change and do all this, and I don't wanna break from the wicked on the weekend.
That was a good mix. We got a little bit of work to do on our mixes personally, but kudos to Sean Christmas for that one.
So I'm realizing after listening to that Sean Christmas is way better at mixing than I even thought he was. I wouldn't be surprised if he used these speakers because it sounds really good on these speakers specifically. Like, that was kind of amazing sounding. Compared to listening to it on the KRKs, like, it's actually a huge difference. I'm hearing things I never heard before in these songs. I'm hearing problems I've never heard before, and I'm hearing good things I never heard before. And it's definitely gonna change our mixing decisions a lot because that's what studio monitors are made for. They're made to reproduce the audio in the most natural state possible, like the way it was meant to be heard, without exaggerating or de-exaggerating any frequencies, because any consumer speaker you would buy nowadays probably has like a bass boost or something to make it sound better or make up for the fact that it's like a cheap speaker and they don't want you to think that it's a crappy speaker, so they boost the bass and it sounds more expensive. But these are just really nice speakers and they have a flat frequency response and you're hearing it the way it's meant to be heard. That's what the goal is, at least. That's why they're so expensive. And I'm warning right now that you definitely get what you pay for with these things, because this makes a huge difference. I'm telling you right now, our mixes are gonna start sounding a little different after this. Definitely better, because I'm gonna fix a lot of mistakes. There's been times where people said like, oh, there's too much high end or something, and I was like, no, I don't think so. It sounds good on my speakers. But mixing is subjective because it depends what you're listening on. Well, I'm realizing, I bet if I was listening with these, I might have made those changes, and they wouldn't have heard that problem, because I would have fixed it in the first place. So this is gonna help us fix a lot of problems. Some of you might be wondering why we don't just mix with headphones instead of using these speakers. That's actually bad practice to mix with headphones. I mean, you should go back and forth and use headphones and see what they sound like in headphones, but the majority of people listening to your music are probably gonna be listening with speakers out loud in a room, and the room has an effect. That's the issue. The room and the air has an effect on the sound, and that's why it's so important to use studio monitors. And also the fact that when you use headphones, each ear is isolated to one channel only. You either hear the left channel or the right channel in one ear. You're not hearing crosstalk between the two channels like you do when you listen with speakers and you're hearing it out loud in a room. And that causes a lot of issues. You're not gonna hear the actual stereo image, so a lot of times delays or reverbs or any sort of effect that's like a stereo effect might sound more pronounced in headphones, so you'll end up turning the effect down more than you intended. So when you listen on speakers, you're like, wait, I should have turned that effect up. That's because you're not hearing it all in a room, you're hearing them separate in each ear, and it's more pronounced. So ultimately, I think the best approach to mixing is going back and forth from headphones to studio monitors, so you could get an idea of what they sound like on both and make sure it sounds good on everything. But if I had to choose just one, I would definitely choose studio monitors, because that's what a majority of your listening audience is going to be using. They're going to be listening in a room. And also it helps you solve a lot of issues that you can't really solve with headphones on.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Honestly, we tried to find something wrong with these speakers, but have yet to find anything. So right now we are in love with them. Thank you so much to Atom Audio for helping us up and hooking us up with these amazing studio monitors. And if you guys want to get your own Atom Audio studio monitors, there will be a link in the description. They have a wide price range and a bunch of sizes and types, so you can go find what fits for you. If you want us to do more videos like this, let us know in the comments and hit that like button. So this whole entire setup and these speakers are actually going to eventually go into our main working space where we do our music recording, where the vocal booth is and everything. But right now we're still trying to set up all the programs we need for recording on our new computer. But once we have that all set up, we're actually going to be able to get both gaming videos and music done at the same time. DJ and I will be able to work simultaneously, which is amazing. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and also turn the bell button on so you don't miss when we upload new videos. And we will see you next time with some more music. Should we do a reacting to hate comments video? But until next time, stay bright.